In this episode, we are here in Taipei to participate in Players Series, a brand new poker tournament that offers affordable buy-ins while delivering high-quality events. We are back here at Players Series. We'll take you behind the scenes of the entire Players Series experience to see if this new series lives up to the hype. Of course, being in Taiwan, we will not miss the opportunity to explore this vibrant city with amazing food, night markets, local bars, and even shake hands with the Capybaras of Yilan. Pre-taking, it looks good on you. After 8 days of battling out on the poker felt and 5 final table appearances, the question remains, will we travel for free in Taipei and continue our good run from Manila? Let's find out.
Here at the Players Series, we've got people from all walks of life and also from all over the world. Here we have YouTubers from Singapore introducing Jess and Jetty. Guys, I saw you both grinding the entire series. Literally every single day you play a lot of tournaments, but one single time I saw you both make it to the final table. How did that feel?
Great. Always feels good to be on the final table together.
So we were in the final table together twice, and both times I went on to win it. So she's definitely my lucky charm. So every time I see her in the final table with me, I'm very confident.
Now listen, I have a question for the both of you. How did you guys come about making content around poker? What led you to it?
So I think we started making YouTube, travel, YouTube, poker, like just capturing our hobbies. So that includes poker, includes travel, includes a bit of music festivals as well. But it seems like the poker one people are most interested in, so we have been following up with a few more series and it's been quite popular so far.
Now Jess, I do want to ask you, what according to you is Jetty's biggest strength and weakness when it comes to poker?
Wow, that's a tough one. I would say for strength, definitely her intuition is really good. Like for a new player, like started playing seriously 2 years ago. So she has very good reads. She knows what people are doing. So don't try to bluff her.
Yeah, and the weakness, be careful with what you say now.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. If I had to say one, I would say she runs pretty bad without her mascot. So
I need him like...
So without him, she runs very bad and she can't play properly.
And Jetty, what about you? What do you think is his strength and weakness?
I think his strength is... What's the strength? I think his strength is he's quite hard to read at the table. Even being with him every day, I still cannot tell what hand he has on the table when we are playing together, so that's his strength, yeah.
Okay, and does he have any weaknesses or none whatsoever?
A lot.
A lot?
The biggest one is when I'm at the table. I'm his biggest weakness.
Makes sense. Now, if one of you was to go ahead and win the PS main event, what would you do with your winnings?
What would we do?
Wow, good question. I think, yeah, I mean, we probably invested. Like we have been quite comfortable. Maybe we'll take a nice trip to Vegas, which we are already planning, but maybe we can spend a bit more luxuriously. And maybe buy ourselves a nice watch for myself.
For yourself.
Maybe buy a nice couple watch.
We will take a portion out of it and invest in ourselves for the next Player Series.
Oh, that's beautiful. Listen guys, that was Jess and Jetty, YouTubers from Singapore. Thank you so much for taking out the time and doing this with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning!
Morning!
So today we are on our day trip and we are currently at Yilan. It's about an hour from Taipei. Here we are at our first stop. We are going to see some animals. I'm so excited. I'm going to see some cute animals.
So we took a private hire driver, which is quite good, like very comfortable. And then he'll bring us to a few stops.
Yeah, so Yilan is very well known for some of their things like the Capybaras, which is the animal we are going to see now, and their hot spring, yes.
And Kavalan whiskey.
Hey, we got our tickets. So it costs 200 NT each.
那我们里面的水豚菌，水豚喜欢吃一只一只的牧草，那其他的动物全部都吃。
So they gave us this pot of plants to feed the animals. So cute! So all the animals eat these plants except this meerkat in the glass enclosure.
Is that a real one?
It's a real tortoise.
Wow, so big. 它不吃啊？
它还在睡觉。
Hello, you look like you want food. You give him one.
Careful your hand.
在台湾吃到的羊肉啊，都是他们。
哎呦，不要吃羊肉。So bad. So this is the lamb that Jess always eats. So I have to feed the lamb. Let's make up for his sins.
Yeah, I feed more. Since I feel bad, my husband always eat your friends. They're so tall.
You can touch his head.
So cute. Ah! Don't steal me. You see my face? So midway through, you can follow their Instagram and share a story. And then they give you like some red packets, which is quite cute. And more grass, which we need. This is the first customer. Ah! He stole from me. Okay, area 3. Oh my god, look at those big size capybaras. They all suddenly stand
好
up.
啊，现在全部起来了，因为他们有听到我们饲育人员手上拿塑胶袋的声音，哦，他们以为要放饭了。
Oh.
Very pokey that fur. It's like the broomstick.
Yeah. Broomstick.
来
说叫什么10分10发出，
，one
后
more.
来发现3只都来，对，就哦，好嘞。
Good boy. And then?
会比较不好看。
I think we are done with our capybara tour. Super worth it. It's like 200 NT per person, about $8 Sing. And there are like 4 enclosures, and each enclosure there's like a different group of animals. Super nice.
Highly recommend. We'll put the link below.
Yes, check out the description. Wow! We have what? Animal pancake.
Yeah, smells good. This is our lunch.
And we have Thai dan too.
Hot, careful.
Cheese animal pancake. Yums. Yay! My life is complete. I've seen capybaras. So happy. Bucket list.
Fat hamsters.
Super cute, their paws. Oh my god, they can shake hands. Even Truffle don't want to shake our hand.
Trav is too smart.
Yeah, she just refused. Like every time we say shake hand, and she knows how to shake hand, but she will just turn her head away. Okay, we are here at the Capybaras distillery. Ooh, this whole place is the distillery, so it's pretty huge. I think there's like the shopping area, and then there's like the factory area which we can visit later on. Chemist in the making? What kind of poison are you making? Who you want
Trying
to
to
kill?
make our delicious whiskey for special occasions.
These 4 shots are super strong. The good thing is that they don't refill for you once you finish it, so you can't free flow whiskey here.
Cheers. This is our third concoction. Let's see. Let's try. I like this. This is my favorite. My final concoction is 0.5 of the first one. The first one is like the qiang one, the one that gives it the alcohol, that makes you feel like woof. Then 2.5 is the second one, which is a bit sweeter. Then third one is the nutty and spicy, but I think the third one balances out the second one. I like it smoky, so I put more of 2. The third and the fourth balance out each other. So if you put equal ratio, you take out the peatiness. So that's my final answer.
Okay, so as you can tell, I like 3 and 4. One is spicy and one is smoky, because the third one has like a nutty flavor as well. So the first one that I like was 0, none of the first one, because I don't like it qiang. And the 222, I think it's quite balanced. And then I made a modification. So here you can see my last option. It's good. I upped the smoky whiskey from 2 to 3 because I love it smoky. Then I down the spicy one because it's sweeter, so I want it less sweet. And then maintain the second one, which is the chocolatey one. So this is my final concoction. It's less sweet and more smoky. Okay, so it comes with this label that you can stick on your bottle because it's done by you. We have both our labels. As always, we can't waste whiskey, so we are going to cheers on leftovers. Don't waste alcohol, it's a sin.
Don't waste whiskey.
Don't waste it. Precision and pockets.
Nice. Show your bottle.
Seal the deal.
Sealed and delivered.
We highly recommend this whiskey place. Highly recommend to make your own whiskey.
Yeah.
Don't do the tasting room because while making your own whiskey, you can already sample a lot. It's enough. Like they don't refill, but it's enough because it's 50%. So I don't think you can drink any more than that. And yeah, like it's very cheap actually. It's like 1,800
Taiwan
NT
dollars
per bottle that you make by yourself. That's about what, 80 Sing? That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like $80
To make your own whiskey, customized with your own bottle.
plus all
super
the
good
samples.
value,
Yeah, super good value, and the packaging is so nice. That's crazy. Highly recommend.
Highly recommend.
Oh, what's this?
PT malt.
The color
Wow.
is like newly made, and then as it gets older, 48 months, the color gets darker. It's like the Aladdin. This is our third stop of the day trip. So we are at this hot spring place, Wenquan, in Yilan. I think there's quite a few hot springs
Yeah.
here.
It's all hot springs. It's on top of a mountain, so you have to drive up. I think that's where the spring water comes from.
And apparently they open 24 hours, so that's pretty awesome. Done with our Wenquan.
Now we feel refreshed with the crisp, cool air.
Yeah, we did like a super hot bath and a super cold bath. Our bodies are just so relaxed. And it's time to eat. Let's
Hungry, let's go.
We are here at Yeshi, a night market in Yilan. So our driver recommended this to us. It says it's different from the ones that they have in Taipei.
Yep.
So let's check it out.
可以，要多一点。谢谢。
Okay, let's try. We are eating another kind of pancake with beef. There's beef inside. Beef is nice. Very tender.
Very good. No wonder the queue
Good,
so
very
long.
good.
Like typical Singaporeans, we went for the longest queue.
And their tea looks very refreshing, so we decided to try.
It's a netting. It's like pork skin outside, and then inside is fish cake with vegetable.
Okay, we found a place to sit down. It's by the road. This is the oyster ola. Here the ola is usually more starch.
More starch.
Okay, our 炒饭 is finally here. It's starting to rain, so we are done with this night market. It's time to make our way back to Taipei. Such a fulfilling day today. I'm so
Yep,
happy.
productive day.
Yay! So we are heading back to Taipei to play our last event at Players Series. Let's see how far we run today after
That's
a
nice.
fulfilling day in Yilan. It's day 3 of the Players Series tournament. It's 10 p.m. and we're heading over to play an event called Win the Button.
So I think for this event, it's like if you win the pots, you basically get the button. So there's additional incentive to win the pots. I think it should be fun. Let's try.
Yeah, I haven't tried it before, but worth a try. Sounds fun. Let's go!
Let's go.
One of the first few hands we picked up was Ace King. Fortunately, we were all in pre-flop against Ace 8 and took it down without a sweat. The very next hand we picked up, Ace Jack suited, early position raised and there was one caller. Here we can either 3-bet or flat call, and we decided to go with the latter because it was a strong early position raise and also a 3-way pot. And we had position over both of them. The flop was Ace 6, 8. Both checked to us, and just like that we took it down with a 5k bet. The next few hands were nothing memorable, but thankfully the two players on my right were passive players, leaving me at an advantage of not having to be the big blind for most of the hands. This particular hand, I picked up pocket 8s on the button. All folded to me and we raised to 3k. Big blind decided to 3-bet to 9k, and with a bit more than double behind, I decided to 4-bet shove and the villain snap called, showing pocket kings. I felt that I misplayed this hand and should have just flat called the 3-bet and see a flop. The dealer unfortunately didn't help in any way and we busted with this one.
So for day 3, we had our day trip to Yilan, so we didn't play much. We played win the button. It's a turbo format as well. Basically, if you win the pot, you win the button. I busted about 3 from the money, but with a very short stack. I was basically blinding out. The guy who on my right, suddenly he caught fire and he won like 3 or 4 pots in a row, and I had to play like 16k like too many times until I was broke. So nothing too eventful on day 3. We came back quite late. It was down 10k for day 3.
I played the same game, so I was down 5,000, which is one buy-in for win the button. And the worst part is he came to my table and he sat down and like the people on my right busted. And then I became his big blind. So every time he wins, I be the big blind.
But I didn't win much.
You won 2 hands, like
2 hands out
you
of the
folded.
whole like 5.
Yeah, I mean it was an interesting game. Like it's a new format that we never played before, and it really depends who sits on your left and who sits on your right. The people on your right are your enemies, your people on the left are your friends. Good morning!
Morning!
It's a brand new day today, and it's day 4. Oh, I realized we are color match. This is our winning outfits. So we will win 2 trophies today.
Take the trophy in this outfit. So stay tuned. 10 o'clock later will be in this outfit.
1 trophy each. So I'll be playing the women's event. I'll get the trophy for that.
I'm playing the ultra stack. You start with like 60k, which I like, but the problem is now is 1 hour to closing, so I don't have much time to spin it up.
It's okay, 1 hour is all you need.
1 hour is all I need.
Labubi and Labube are ready!
So day 4, we are here, we are back, we are hunting for our second trophy. So we start off with the super stack. This is an event where you get twice the typical starting buy-in. We are up against the solver's favorite bluffing 4-bet hand, Ace 5 suited. We had pocket queens here and Ace on the window. Looks like we are going to get severely creepered until a nice Lady Gaga on the river saves us. Next, we get an amazing double up hand. We defend the big blind with Jack 8 offsuit. The flop was perfect. It was Jack 8-7. So I checked and he c-bet. Here I just decided to call to trap, and the turn was a miraculous jack. Now this hits my calling range, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna check back here most hands. So I decided to bet out small and he called. Here I'm putting him on a overpair, maybe a mid pair, maybe a pocket 10s or something. And the river was a 9. It's a scare card which was actually quite good, but because it kind of hits his calling range on the turn. So here I decided to check the river, praying that he has a 10 or some form of bluff. And he took the bait and bet the river. Easy shove for me here. He had only a little bit left to call, so he made a crying call and got the bad news that his straight was no good. And this hand here was very interesting. We were about 4 players away from the money in the super stack, and it started with about 100 players. Now we are down to about 18 and 13 gets paid. So very close to the money and people are playing quite cautious. So here I had pocket 9s in the small blind. The under the gun chip leader raise. He's been raising quite a lot. So here we were quite deep stack. I believe I had about 200 plus K, so I didn't want to re-raise and face a gem. So I decided to flat call with pocket 9s. The flop was a very interesting Jack 7-8 with 2 hearts. He went for a small c-bet of 20k into 50k. I could have gone for an easy call, but I decided to get a bit too cute here and I went for a raise because at that time I was thinking I could have a lot of dubs, even possibly some sets, and definitely I could have 10-9 as well, and this is not within his range. And I would put any ace-king or any overpair under a lot of pressure. So I decided to go for a check raise here, and given that it's so close to bubble, I assumed that he would think I'm strong. And to my surprise, he decided to rip it all in. On hindsight, I should have folded. I guess I still have quite a lot left. I have about 130k stacked. Very comfortable to crawl into the money. It would definitely be a painful because it's 5 more players. It takes a long time. Anyone who plays would know that 5 players is actually quite far away. So I was calculating my odds. I was thinking at the very least I had a 10 out, and I felt like he was either holding a flush draw or a very strong hand like a set. I felt like a overpair would just flat call here. So it's either a set or 2 pairs, which I think I'm okay against, especially with the flush draw. So I called and he showed me a queen 10 of hearts. So it's a flush draw, but it's worse than I expected because he has a straight draw as well. We are here flipping for the tournament chip lead. It's almost 500k pot, and unfortunately he hit his queen on the turn, which busted me. So after playing for a good 4 to 5 hours, I had a big fat 0. It's okay, we try again.
Today is a brand new day and we're here to win our first trophy at the women's event. We're off to not a very good start. I'm not kidding when I say cut dead. First semi-decent hand of the night. We looked down at ace-4 off and we raised in early position. Thankfully all folded and we took down the blinds. Here we raised in early position with Queen-Jack suited and there were 2 callers. Flop was King-7-3 and we checked around to the button who bet 6.3k. Here she could be betting in position, so we decided to defend our pre-flop raise with a queen high. Turn was the 6 of diamonds, giving us more outs with the flush draw. We decided to check once more to see what her action was on the turn. But when the villain bet again, we can put her possibly on a king pair or some sort of 2-barrel bluff. The plan was to call it to hit or flush on the river, or if not, blast her off with any scare card. The river gave us a queen pair, and so we decided to check this one because we have some showdown value. The villain checked back, showing her king pair and taking down this pot. Here we had pocket 9s and C bet in a heads-up pot. Unfortunately, there were 2 big cards on the board and we took down a small pot here. This was one of my best few hands of the night so far. The chip leader on my right has been raising with any 2 cards and once again she raised this hand. This was the perfect spot to shove with ace-6 suited. Unfortunately, the big blind woke up with pocket jacks. We of course did not hit our ace and busted. We bought in once again with our second bullet and sat down at the same seat at the same table, and my dead run continues. In this hand, we picked up pocket 10s in a small blind, finally, but all folded to us. We are left with a short stack of less than 8 big blinds, so we shoved here, hoping for a call from the big blind. Thankfully, she called, showing king 7 off, and we took down this pot. Here we look down at ace-10 suited, a very good candidate to shove. Early position shoved her short stack of 5k, chip leader 3 bets, and we shoved here, going into a 3-way all-in pot. Villain 1 flops her 7 pair, villain 2 reverse her king. I guess when you're running bad, your ace-10 suited can't even beat a king-4 off and a 7-8 suited, and you just have to suck it up. This is definitely not our day. So we are headed to a Japanese bar. So far it hasn't been good for both of us. I played the women's event and I used up 3 bullets, but I still couldn't make it. I don't know, just cut dead, and like with my strongest pre-flop hands, people have hands against me, so not feeling it.
For me, I played actually quite deep, 14 out of 70 plus people where I busted, 2 away from the money. Couldn't hold, my 9s versus queen 10. There was a big pot, I think it's a 500k pot, and the guy turned his queen and that's it. It's quite sick to bust after playing 5 hours with a flip. I think I misplayed the hand as well. I didn't raise pre-flop. I flat call him, and when I saw a flop which was good for me, Jack 8-7, I shoved him and he caught with a flush draw and he hit his queen. So no good. We'll try again for the turbo tonight.
Yeah, so there'll be another turbo event tonight, so that's where we will win it. Don't give up.
Let's do it.
It's okay.
That's tournament life.
Some you win, some you lose. So
That's
next one we are
tournament
going to
life.
win because we lost now, so next one we're going to win. So it's quite cool here. Their seating is like, each table has its own private area. Quite nice. And I think it's like a whiskey and cigar bar, but we ordered cocktails and some food.
It's always painful to play like 5 hours and bustle like just 3 out of the money and losing a flip. It is a flip, but I think I could have played that hand better. So that's the worst. I didn't play well, plus I lost a flip.
Most important is to reflect on your play and play better the next time.
Yeah, it's a huge pot. I think like with that pot would be easily top 3 stacks. But no, couldn't hold. So we'll try again later.
Cheers!
Cheers!
Cheers to good vibes and good hands and good wins. Pre-cheers to our win.
Taiwan cocktails are very nice. Yesterday also,
Oh, yesterday one was good.
yeah.
I
All
love
3 were
money.
good. Today one, all 2 are good.
More wins. More poker wins. 10 players left, 7 in the money.
So this, we are playing the Hyper Turbo, and just before the final table, we have a nice triple up. This is a double knockout, I believe, to get us to the final table. It was quite straightforward. The cut-off raise, the button jam, and what better feeling than to wake up in the big blind with pocket aces. Well, I tell you what's a better feeling. It is to hold 3 ways, and hold we did. So we are now off to the final table.
Triple up! This is what we have been waiting for. Yay! Final table! Final 8.
Let's do it.
Second trophy, please.
Need a second trophy.
Wait it for us. A team. A game. A.
Here, final table, we start off with a nice ace queen, and we 3-bet the chip leader actually. We got a flat call, which was good news, not a 4-bet. And the flop was quite clean, jack 3-2. I took it down with a c-bet. I was a bit frisky because it's a final table bubble. There's 9 players, 8 get paid. So having a bigger stack, I decided to raise king 4 suited. The small blind jam for another 25k, which I then had to call. Unfortunately, ace high here was good. Here we are 6-handed. I caught an all-in for 38k with king jack suited. Well, this guy was actually the smallest stack and he's been jamming quite a few. On hindsight, probably king jack suited was a bit too weak to call, but this time he had the goods. He had ace jack, and I flopped a nice flush draw, but couldn't improve. So this one was actually quite a surprising, shocking hand that I didn't even have time to film it because I was too busy sweating the flop. Here, I had pocket queens in a small blind and I shoved against the big blind who thought for quite a while before calling it off with queen 9 offsuit. Now, we are in great shape to double up to a healthy stack, but the flop was 10-8-7. What a sweat. What a sweat. It should have been a simple double up, but no. What made it worse was a turn jack busting me in 6th place. It's nice to get to another final table, I guess, but it's really brutal to bust pocket queens versus queen 9 off, but that's poker, isn't it? So I guess we have to wait the next day for another trophy.
What a joke, man. For day 4, today I played the women's event. I bought in 3 times. 3 times and I still couldn't make it. It's like constipation, you know. I just couldn't get it going, okay? Just cut dead and like no hands, and when I have like a good hand, maybe like ace 5 or ace 6 or like king jack, they always have a better hand, you know, like it's one of those days that it just doesn't work out. So 3 buy-ins for women's event, that's like 15,000. And then I bought in 1 time for the Hyper Turbo, which is another 5,000, and yeah, cut dead until my 6-3 offsuit on the UTG. I had to shove because I'm the next big blind. And yeah, that was my best hand, 3-6 offsuit. And I hit my 3 on the river, and the guy had a 1 card flush, so that's it. That's all.
For me, I played the Ultra stack, so I was 3 away from the money, 14 out of 79 players. I had pocket 9s that basically I lost a flip. The guy had a flush draw and 1 over, and I had pocket 9s and couldn't hold. It was a huge pot. It was like for 600k, which is 60 big blinds. So it was a painful pot to lose and busto with no cash. So that one I'm down 20k. And then for the turbo, I bought into bullets and I got bust out in 6. Brutal bust out. I got pocket queens versus queen 9, and that would have been a middle-sized pot if I won. I'll be 3rd in chips, but instead the villain hit a 1 cut straight. It's crazy.
Queens versus queen 9.
Queen 9 off.
In what universe will you lose queens versus queen 9?
Yeah.
In
How
this
is that even
universe.
possible? I hope I used all the run bet because that day when my aces got cracked, I won the event after. So today it's like queens versus queen 9 on the final table. How do you lose that? But I found a way to lose it. So hopefully that's all my bad luck that's used up.
Bad juju! Bad juju!
All used up. All used up. Queens versus queen 9. So we'll bring more trophies back because our bad luck is gone.
Bad juju, go away!
Only good luck from now. Only good luck.
A team! A game! And only the best!
And 1 more trophy. This
And 1 more
trophy is
trophy.
lonely.
Let's do it!
Okay, time to nap.
been a long day. Busting out in Queens is sad, so I'm gonna rest.
Being carded is sad, so I'm gonna rest too. See you.